Hello, dear parents and caregivers. We are happy to have you again on another edition of Parenting Chats. Thank you so much for all your encouragement. Thank you for viewing. The last episode was the 50th one. Today's one is 51. I want to really thank you, as we believe that we are making impact. We would greatly appreciate your comments, okay, so that we would know how we are doing for improvement and greater impact. Thank you very much for being there all the time. Remember, in the last episodes, we discussed the issue of Generation Z and A and their need for help from us as parents, especially the Generation Alpha, who, though knowledgeable, are very low in understanding because of their age and their young minds. So we must always be there to guide them and to show them love and to guard them so that they will not fall victim. Now, today's episode, the topic is victims of deceit and enticement. Victims of deceit and enticement. And this came about because of observations about how our children are falling victims of all kinds of wickedness and the evil that men do. A lot of our children, due to their innocence, their purity, they easily fall prey to people who are wiser than them, wiser in quotes, devilish wisdom. Victim. What is the meaning of a victim? That is a person who falls into harm, misfortune, somebody involved in an accident, or death. Somebody that something bad happens to is a victim. And when we say victims of deceit, deceit means dishonesty and misrepresentation of the truth. All over the world are people who are dishonest, people who take advantage of the innocent minds, people who are predators, who use the knowledge they have to harm those who are less knowledgeable. And what is enticement? Something that is used to lure or attract or tempt somebody to do something wrong or something unwise for reward. To entice somebody is to deceive the person into doing what is wrong or unwise for a promised reward or benefit. For instance, a lot of our children are falling victims of scholarship scams for education. They are deceived that just complete this form, just click this link, and then you get a scholarship to study abroad, you get a partial scholarship and all that. And for children who have dreams of glorious future, they can easily fall victim. How about job scams that traffickers use to lure people? Just come with us, we'll take you to this country, you will get a good job, they will pay you dollars, and they fall. How about enticements with gifts for relationships? Go out with me, be my girlfriend, I will marry you, I have a good job, I have a house, I have cars and all that. And before you know what's going on, the girl, the boy, they fall into the hands of evildoers. Now, what is responsible for our children falling victim? And these are food for thought that we need to discuss and act upon as parents and caregivers. Number one, poverty. Especially in African countries, third world countries, where the economy is challenged, families are just struggling, and because of the state of affairs in the family, a child might feel, let me do something to help my parents, let me do something that will make my life better so that I can get my family out of poverty. not knowing that they're only being lured into destruction. A lot of them, after falling victim, they now discover that they are being sold into sex slavery or being used for domestic service without pay and things like that, because those who employ them as domestic servants, they pay to the agent who brought them, and they never get anything from their labor. So poverty is a major issue that leads to deceit for our children, that makes them fall victims. Number 2 is ignorance. You know, some parents, just hearing that their child will travel abroad, they cannot even fathom that it could turn around to become something else. So that enthusiasm about my child is traveling, they just send the child, do whatever they ask you to do, not knowing that they are messing up the destiny of their children. Another reason is lack of communication between parents and children. Even parents who are not ignorant, some of them, they do not communicate adequately to let their children know that this world is full of evil and harm, and you can easily be a victim. So because children are not aware, lack of awareness makes them fall victims. Lack of preparation, that's another one, and it's part of lack of communication. When you do not prepare children adequately for life issues, when you do not build their character and their virtue, easily they fall prey. So children must be prepared for life. It is an assignment that parents must see to, that they make them see the reality of the life out there and prepare them to be able to face it without being a victim. Another one is inadequate or lack of affection. No expression of love to children. And a lot of parents are guilty of this, even the educated ones. The importance of expressing your love verbally, I love you, to a child cannot be overemphasized. Hugs, back patting, pet name calling, these are things that help children to build their self-esteem, to make them feel loved. I want to read a write-up by a young lady, which is food for thought for us as parents and as many as God brings children their way, okay? You know, a lady was expressing her displeasure for what she suffered as a little child who did not experience enough love and care, and how this became an issue for her, that in her seeking for love fell into wrong hands, okay? Now, it goes like this. As a child, I wanted to be hugged, but no one had the time to notice a mere child. But that hug they didn't give me from home, I went in search of it during my teenage years. I searched in all the wrong places for the hug and almost destroyed myself. Dear parents, hug your children. I will hug mine when I have them. So those are the challenges that make children vulnerable and easy prey to predators and wicked people. So what are the solutions to all this? Number one, as parents and caregivers, we must be aware of possible dangers. We must be enlightened on the occurrences around us and communicate the same clearly to the children, that you need to know this. This is possible. If you do this, this can happen if you go here, so that they will be conscious and be responsible for themselves. Okay? Number two, we must assure our children of trust in them. Trust in them. I believe in you. I trust you to excel. I trust you to be careful. I trust you not to make yourself vulnerable to attack. That will make them responsible and will help their maturity. Children who believe that they are not trusted by their parents, they try to prove a point. They try to show that, yes, I am wise. And by that, They don't know they are harming themselves. We must deliberately build courage, self-confidence, and self-esteem in our children so that they will not seek affirmation in the wrong place. That is a major challenge. They seek affirmation when it is missing in the home, and that makes them victims for sure. So parents, please build their self-confidence, show them love, express your love to them. Verbally express love, with action express love. And when love is available in the home, there is no need to seek it elsewhere. And we must deal with them patiently. There are certain characteristics that must be exhibited by children at different levels. As a little child, as a preteen, as a teenager, as a young adult, there are certain things you will see manifesting in them. Home must be a haven where there is love, where there is patience to correct them and to guide them. And this is vital. If there are financial challenges in the family, discuss with the children and pray together for divine intervention. Let them know if there are issues so that they will learn. See, these children are wise, they are understanding. When they are aware of the situation, when together you pray, when together you believe God, they will know that, yes, there are challenges. We must be patient until solution comes. And as you pray together and have testimonies, they will know that your God is real and true and that He answers prayers. So that as a lifestyle, whatever comes their way, they will learn to commit it to God and receive His help for solution. Parents, we cannot say too much. Our children need us. If we are not there, the devil and the world is there, waiting to steal, to kill, and to destroy their glorious destinies. Do not be weary, do not be tired. God will strengthen us to do what is right. And most importantly, we need God, their owner, their father, their God. And they need a personal relationship with Him so that they can grow in His knowledge and seek His help in the time of need. Thank you very much. See you again in the next episode. Please, if you are yet to subscribe, kindly do so. Press the notification button for alerts when our videos drop. Please do comment. We need your comments to help us and to guide us. And please share with your contacts. Remain blessed.